weaponized, we want them delisted as bad as you. It should be the poster child of success for the Endangered Species Act, which should be called the Endangered Species Recovery Act. And there is an effort to change its name just for that reason. The idea should not be get them on the list and keep them there. Get them on the list and give the management back to the states where the management belongs. We believe that wholeheartedly, and that is our goal. So I thank you for welcoming me here. It's always awkward when you have U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and you come to anywhere out west, because there's been some callous behaviors that over the years have just made us feel resistant to that. And I was you 4 months ago. But I'm asking, all I have is my word. I'm just telling you, it's the only reason why I took this job was because I believe the same as you, and I want to do my part to try to get it across the finish line. So.
Well, let me just say, we are encouraged and hopeful to have some folks from Wyoming running the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh and I served on a panel yesterday for the Western Governors Caucus, and Josh characterized himself as Fish Wildlife Service for service.
Right.
So thank you. What a breath of fresh air. Yes, we're grateful to have you, and we're grateful to have Director Nesbitt.
Thank you. And I'd be happy to visit with any of you. Right? You're my customer now. I work for you. All of us, right? We're in this together.
Yes, I know, right. I know, usually I show up with Fish Wildlife Services and FWP, and everybody's like, I don't want anything to do. So.
Senator, you what?
I might just ask, what can we do as a population to speed this process up? I've always had the goal in my mind anyway, way back in 2021 when we passed the first fair bill, governor signed it, passed another one in 23, governor signed it. But what can we do as a population out here to keep this front and center and encouragement that this is a big deal? For 50 years now, they've been on the endangered species list, and if any of us had to, whether we have a Main Street store, a farm, a ranch, even a family business, if we had to call DC every time we want to make a move, that'd be so ridiculous. But that's what we've been doing for 50 years, so that's why it's imperative that we move the needle.
Yeah. Yes, sir, I appreciate that. And I think what Montana is doing is exactly what we need to be doing, and that's putting the science first. This species is beyond recovery. That's why we've seen its outward expansion. The carrying capacity, it's biologically recovered. You can't question that. We've tried twice. Both times we've lost. It hasn't been us. It's been the courts that have held this up. And I think the more the citizenry can continue to just showcase this isn't right. And I would like to think that in this country, the right thing will still prevail. And that's what we're after is durability. It does us no good to do it again, to get it delisted, and then to have the courts relist it. And we've seen that, we've learned that. Last time was white pine bark. I mean, they just keep moving the goalposts. And so we're after durability. We want it to be able to withstand the next change in administration so that we're not back in this same boat 4 years from now. I think the science that Montana has continued to do and put forth with the NCDE, and we're in the same boat as what Christy Clark mentioned. We don't want to just see the GYE delisted. A lot of effort has gone into that. I know it better than anyone from Wyoming. But that's not the problem. It's the overall issue. We've got 2,000 bears plus on the landscape. It's recovered. If this was in Florida where they have 140 panthers, and they're excited that they've reached recovery for the Florida panther, we've got 2,000 of the biggest predator that the continent has ever known. And so science is going to hopefully prevail in this.
If you want some back on the mall, we can ship some there too.
Let me get out of there first. 3 years, 4 months, 11 days.
Yes.
I have a question. So where are we at on what are major objectives and kind of the timeline on how things are progressing? Can you kind of give us, for some of us that haven't been involved with it the whole time, we're aware of what's going on, we're not that involved. Can you kind of give us an idea of kind of where we're at with your objectives and kind of where your timeline is on where you're getting?
Sure. We have no doubt. We know without question that this will be litigated. And so right now, that's what we're trying to do, is be able to put forth what we can to be able to be durable, to withstand through a litigated process. If we know there are groups out there, as soon as it's filed, are going to just stand in line to litigate us. They've made a career doing that, and that's what we're mindful of. We have until January 31st with this decision to have something. So our team is working on that. We have new people coming on board, folks that know the issue, that know the area, that know the science, and that's what we're putting forth. In the meantime, we've been working with Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, and Washington with the Cascades. We want to give state management to the states, and that's what we're working to be able to do. So, there's a process here, and to not be pre-decisional, we're just being very strategic but diligent in the effort. But I can tell you, without question, it's priority number one.
One thing is just a request, is when this incident happened with John, they shot at the bear runs off, they get out of there. We don't know if the bear's dead or alive. Happened, was it a Friday night?
Yeah, I think so.
Friday night.
Thursday or Friday.
Was Wednesday.
That was a Wednesday.
It was a
Recorded
Wednesday,
notes,
okay. Yeah. And, the state can't act even in a situation where there's people at risk without permission. And we had trouble getting people on the phone. And now, we made the decision that we were going to ask for forgiveness instead of...
Yeah.
And now, in the end, the bear was dead from their shots. But if it had been found alive in the creek bottom here in town, is there some way we could get some delegated authority so that we can act when there's human life at risk?
Yeah, absolutely. The answer
You
is
understand
yes.
the problem?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, if you could...
The mother may I just doesn't work.
Well,
we
I'll
know
tell you,
that.
from our perspective, and this is not you, I realize you're just on the job, but we're going to protect the people in Montana.
Sure.
We have to.
Yeah.
Even if that, we're going to do the right thing
Yeah.
for the community.
And I would encourage you to.
But we'd rather do it officially than unofficially.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
Governor? My name's Mary Sexton, and I'm the neighboring landowner, and that bear died in my property. And I've dealt with grizzly bears for many years. I worked for the Nature Conservancy 30 years ago. I was a county commissioner here. And I understand with the delisting, I would say I'm somewhat neutral in that because I've been around bears, worked around bears. The most important thing is maintaining management. When that bear was shot, John called me. I knew. I talked to your bear biologist. They were there right away. They used drones to try and find the bear, had a cub. And it was done professionally. They worked with me. They worked with John. So what I'm trying to say is that delisting isn't the end of the story. You have to continue management. We have a Bear Smart committee here in Choteau. And has gotten some grant funding to work on teaching people how to use bear spray. I carry bear spray. I'm a lousy shot. I'm not going to shoot at anything. But I carry it with me all the time when I walk and when I'm riding. I don't. When I walk my property, I carry it all the time. So please maintain the management, the funding, the efforts, whether it's federally, locally, or with the state, with your bear managers, to have good management in place and working with landowners and working with communities.
Yeah.
That's critical if you're going to be successful, because administrations come and go. We all know that. But to make it lasting and successful, you need to have that management.
Yeah, I
piece in
couldn't
place.
agree more.
Thank
I think and I have full confidence in the staff at FWP that if we get our authority back, we need to maintain a healthy population.
Yeah.
And we need to reduce the friction that occurs. I had a chance to visit with some ranchers down on the Ruby River here recently, and they have a whole community that formed just to pool resources to dispose of cattle carcasses in a way that doesn't create conflicts.
I've had it picked up on my property. They come in, they pick it up, had a dead horse, picked it up.
Yeah.
Excellent. Please keep that up.
Yeah, we have to.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank
We
you.
also have a state management plan and a conservation plan, and we've got a super supportive legislature that really was very thoughtful in passing legislation that would help us with state management. So I feel like Montana's poised. We're ready.
We're ready.
Governor, we have time for a few more questions.
Okay, Senator?
Can I follow up on what Mary just said?
Yeah.
And some of the ranchers here could maybe fill in and fill the gaps in a bit, but I have heard so many people, ranchers in particular, that say, don't worry about a damn hunting season right off the bat. Just give us control of the problem bears. There's a handful that can make all the difference. If they can be managed properly, that will take care of the majority of the problems. And let hunting and all this other stuff come in after we've proven ourselves on that front there. So if any other ranchers disagree with that, but I have heard that an awful lot anyway. It's the problem bears we need to manage first and then go from there.
Yeah. I'm Ella Olson. I live right here in this beautiful community of ours. And my question to you is, how can we maintain a safe bear population while ensuring that it's safe for kids like me to ride our bikes to school or play in our beautiful city park here?
Well, you're exactly the reason we're doing what we're doing. So thank you for speaking up. You're very articulate.
She is, yes. Do you guys want to have some fun with the bear simulator?
I want to answer a question first. Because that was a serious question.
I'm sorry. I got excited about the bear simulator.
And I just want to say that this is exactly why we want to get management back to the state of Montana. I just think, and this is not the fault of the federal government, but it's a lot easier to make the right decision. Like in your classroom, your teacher knows what's going on.
Yeah.
She or he can make the best decision that's right for that classroom. Imagine if your teacher was 2,000 miles away trying to make decisions about what should go on in your classroom.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be as good at decisions. How many biologists do we have at Fish, Wildlife, and Parks? 90 biologists. Some of them are dedicated to grizzly bears. They understand when conflicts occur. We've put up a conflict dashboard. You can find out when there are issues. And we know why the conflicts occur. And by working with the communities, whether it's carcasses or how you actually ride your bike to school, we can minimize those conflicts, keep you safe, but make sure we have a healthy population. We can do both. So thank you for the question. Should we do the simulator?
Yeah, I want to play.
Okay.
Can we play? How
There's
much
a